All right, let's get this video started. So today, as you can tell by the title of the video, yes, I got it running. I have a few little, we'll get into it. First, what I want to do though is, before I show all the clips, because like the clips were filmed last week and now we're doing this, it's just we'll jump around a little bit. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing in the air, because I want to get underneath this thing for two reasons. One is I want to clean underneath of it, so I'm going to get the power washer out, get the orange cleaner, and get this thing cleaned up underneath. And also, I want to look at the motor transmission underneath, because really technically I've never looked underneath this thing. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to jack this thing up and get the ramps underneath the wheels, so the back end of this car will be way up in the air. Okay, so got the car up. Didn't put the ramps underneath of it. I know. Safety second. It's good enough. So what we're gonna do is, have my orange cleaner. I love my orange cleaner because I think it does a better job than a lot of those other engine degreasers and stuff. Alright, well, I don't know if you can see right there, there's a brand new fuel filter. It does have new brake lines, basically from the hard line to the wheel. I do know that. Right here, hanging down right here, that's the throttle cable. So I know that, like I say, oh man, that stuff's spraying back on my face. Like I know that it ain't perfect, it needs work. So the throttle cable is there. It hooks to the linkage like right above it. Now I know, which I did do that, is if you turn this, it messes with the throttle cable up top. So that actually is a good thing, that actually is working. Alright, so what, did I mess the camera up? No. While I'm finished spraying this off with this, let's go ahead and jump to the footage that I recorded the other day of this thing running. Okay, so I'm just throwing this in the middle of another video. So this is just going to be kind of a throw-in, which I told you I was going to throw things in periodically on the Corvair. It starts. We're starting it off starting fluid and wires and all that kind of stuff. So here, we're going to get it started just to show that it does run. Again, starting fluid. Fire. It runs.
Gotta get fuel in the fuel pump.
Yes, so that's the only issue right now is fuel. So, fuel comes through here. So there's no fuel. We're running it off of starting fluid, but it does run.
Yeah, she ran pretty good too.
That's all I needed. So it's been soaking for a while, so now let's go ahead and power wash this off and see how much and how good we can get this thing clean. Okay, so let's get under here. It is a lot cleaner. I got a lot of the stuff off. So motor's still dirty, I mean, but you can see right there, that's, you know, aluminum, because all that was dirt. That right there where it's still dark, that's kind of like caked on. A lot of the tins underneath here, they came clean. So I think that rod right there, I think that's the transmission cable. I'm not, or, you know, rod, I'm not 100% sure, because oh wait, there's another fuel filter up front. Okay, so like I say, I've got to figure out, I think that's the emergency, I don't know, like I said, got to figure it all out. That could be the transmission, this could be the transmission, or that's the transmission from the shifter, and then this shifts it right here. I'm not 100% sure. This is stuff that I've got to get online and really go through online and see exactly how this works. I mean, like I said, I know the throttle is right there, and so here's the throttle piece right here that attaches to right there. That actuates this, which actuates the top. So it's like, I know some of it, but some of it I don't. So it's a lot cleaner under here. That's good. I can kind of see what's going on. So yeah, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like brand new brake lines. All the rubber bushings that go into the sway bar thing right there, you know, the mono leaf, all those need to get redone, which I know that. That's not a big deal. Alright. So, everybody saw the little short snippets of video. So, let's go ahead. Hold on. Let's get this thing open real quick. So let's set my camera down. There it goes. Okay, so, you know, fuel pump goes right into this hole right there. And as you can tell, it's not there. But here's the cool thing. Like I said, you saw in the video, everything works. So fuel, you know, it's got probably about 2 gallons of fuel in it right now. Everything works. It works. Now, here is the fuel pump. Corrosion. This thing has pitting. It's hard to see on camera, but this whole side right here is pitted up really bad. So there's the fuel pump right there. So, and well, you can see like that, yeah. So this goes through into here. The shaft goes into that piece. This is there. So it's all here. It's just basically what had happened is with all the corrosion and everything, I mean, you can see there's the diaphragm, is all of this is just dry rotted and it failed. So, plus with all this corrosion that's on here, everything wasn't sealing right. So the 30-second video part that's on there, that 30-second clip, like literally, I shut the camera off after that 30 seconds. Then right after that, it just started and sprung a leak and just was dropping fuel all over. So like this goes just like this, and out the back here, it was just spraying fuel down. Now, didn't want this thing to just be spraying fuel everywhere. So we went and managed to, you know, as soon as we saw it, we just shut it off. Brand new fuel pump is like $65. They still make them. So the cool thing is I'm going to be ordering that soon. So basically all we did was we just kind of got my side posts, hooked the battery up. We just made a jumper. So here is the power and ground that goes to the starter right here, this clip. So we just put a power to the starter here. Then this power wire right here goes to the ignition. Because the wiring, I mean, as you see, this wiring is just disaster. So basically, it's just hook power up and crank it over. I mean, motor spins over. Of course, it doesn't have no fuel, so it's not going to start right now. but it works. I smell fuel, so that means, but again, it works. So that's a good thing. So like I say, fuel pump is just dead. I mean, there's the spring. Look at the, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. The rust and the corrosion. So basically, water got into the fuel pump. It is what it is. We're not stressed on that. Like I said, fuel pump, $65. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna order that when I get paid, a couple days. We'll go ahead and get that. I can get, so like right now there's 2 gallons of just normal unleaded gasoline, which has an ethanol content of 10%. Well, right down the road, I guess it's not really right down the road, it's like 20 minutes away, but is a couple gas stations. There's like a couple of them right in the same vicinity that sells ethanol free. So if anybody knows the difference of ethanol gas, like E85, ethanol based, you know, collects water, it's bad for your fuel lines, all that kind of stuff. Ethanol free, it's better for carbureted cars, and it's also good for cars that are, or anything that sits. So like if you have, you know, mini bike, lawnmower, antique car, ethanol free gas. So basically it's right around the corner. We're gonna go there in a little while. We're gonna pick up, you know, quite a few gallons. I got 10 gallons here that I can pick up. So we're probably gonna pick up some ethanol free gas, throw in this thing. So when the fuel pump gets here, we can run it for a while. Because what I want to do is I want to have this thing up in the air like this, just the way it sits. We're going to start it. That's going to be in a future video. We're going to get this thing started and then figure out how the gears work. It is a 4-speed, so that's easy to figure out, you know, how the gears work. But so reverse is over and up, first, second, third, fourth. But this thing is super sloppy, so we need to figure out how the whole thing works. And now that I know the motor works, basically we need to go through the gears, see if the transmission works. So see if it goes in reverse, first, second, third, and fourth. That's the next step. So car's running, that's a good thing. So until the next video, which hopefully the next video on this, we'll be putting some parts together on this and getting it back up and running, and like really good on camera running. And then we'll pick it up and we'll just go from there. Next, who knows what's next, but baby steps. All right, we'll see you whenever.